Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early February 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cancerians. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the Cancer Collective in early February, please and thank you? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for the Cancer Collective. My good Cancerian friends, what's the vibe? What's the energy around my friends here, please? As you can see, we are in the festive spirit here with a nice background. What do you think about it? It's nice and floral, right? Let's get a couple of cards. Well, one card to start, and we'll get into the tarot. Okay, so yeah, this is not a surprising energy to me. I often see this with a lot of the water signs, and especially you get this card from time to time. It's very daydreamy, imaginative, creative. There's a lot of good aspects to this card, but sometimes it could be a little lost in thought, right? Now, before we fully dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the February subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So as you can see on the image, I always say there's two little clown ballerinas. One is down here. It's like she's taking a little nap. The other one is walking a tightrope or performing. And I always interpret this as them being one and the same. So this one's down here daydreaming about doing that. Now, this is a great card for future focus. So for a lot of Cancers in this time, making plans for the future or planning things down the line is very important. Like look into, like have a little foresight and look into the future with various situations you might be dealing with. But again, the big thing I pick up here is that classic, beautiful water sign energy of imagination, daydreaming, a little bit of fantasy here. So now's a great time for any creative projects, creative endeavors, brainstorming things, creative solutions. All of those things are in play with this card. But the big challenge with it is overthinking. We're over fantasizing when this card is here. So we're just going to place it down. Listen, I'm a double water sign myself. Totally get it. That's an energy that we rest in pretty normally. But let's let them chill. She could keep daydreaming. We're going to get into tarot. And yeah, I always say the first card here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the Cancerians, please. And while we get this shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was centered mainly around communication. Your reading was titled An Important Talk. Now, this is an energy that can bleed over for a couple weeks. And to me, it did feel like either one, you were about to talk about a very important topic, or there was something that you really shouldn't brush under the rug, something that needed to be addressed. So those topics could still bleed over. Just keep that in mind. But we're going to see what shows up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for my Cancer friends. What do we got in early February, please? What's going on for the Cancerians? God, thank you. Okay, King of Pentacles. And it's intriguing to me that with almost all the earth and water signs, we've been picking up lots and lots of court cards, lots and lots of people. So it's like there's a lot of people being, I don't want to say affected by each other, but it's like all the energy is swirling around in like a pot, if that makes sense. Let's get a couple more. It's like everything's bleeding into each other. Like all the energies are, I mean, I do believe all energy is connected anyway, but it feels a little more so in recent weeks. Let's get a couple more here. Okay, Temperance, chill. So the one thing I could say about these energies I'm feeling so far is they do feel a little serene. Now, that could be problematic for some of you. I guess it depends on your situation, right? But yeah, 4 of Swords, all of these energies seem grounded. So it's going to be really intriguing to see what clarifies it. But if you look at them, the King of Pentacles, Temperance, 4 of Swords, I mean, these energies are just chilling, it seems. And then, like, you add this to it as well. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, I know I was commenting a little bit on it. Elementally, it's an intriguing little mixture. We got some earth, we have some fire, we have some air. Now, this could be separate situations, could be different aspects of the same thing, but not a lot of these energies look like they're moving fast or moving at all. They're not really super changeable, right? So in the positive sense, all these cards could be very secure, very planted. Remember, I was speaking about looking into the distance, like long-term planning. That's how all this energy feels to me, even though they're like different elements, but they're all presenting in like a very slow, steady pace. Now, for a portion of you, this all could be a little frustrating because it's so grounded where it's like, okay, am I going to be dealing with this forever? Or is this just something I have to deal with? Let's go through piece by piece and really build it out. Because again, it depends on your situation. For some of you, this might be really awesome. But position number one, we have the King of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, you might be connected to an earth sign. So Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus could be any of those. And kings represent control of their respective suits. So when I see the King of Pentacles, Pentacles are all about the monetary, the abundance, the pentacles. So for a lot of Cancers, you might just be in money mode, right? Really focused on work, focused on business, focused on assets, focused on home and family. He's really controlling all the material aspects of life. And this is very earthy and very grounded. The good thing with the King of Pentacles, yeah, he could represent authority figures for sure. So whether it's dealings with authority figures for yourself, but he's predictable. There's a routine with this card. It's very grounded and secure. That's the positive sense with this. And you're going to see a theme. The same could be said with all these cards to one extent or another. But the big challenge with him, he could represent problems, he could represent delays, he could represent unchanging, stubborn type of energy. So we're going to have to see how this plays. For some of you, you might be like really sticking to some sort of opinion or something where it's like, no, I'm putting my foot in the ground. That's a big vibe here with the King of Pentacles. Okay, and we definitely need to clarify and see what's in the undercurrent of all this energy. Now, moving to the center, we have Temperance. It's big Sagittarius energy here. So for some of you, you might be connected to Saggy. I always say this is a highly protective card. It's spiritually protective. It does have the Archangel Michael on it. So that's the first thing I always think of with Temperance. It's like, okay, we're insulated here. We're being protected. So whether it's your guides, your spirit team, your ancestors, it's like, all right, spirit's with you, spirit's around you. This is a very reassuring type of card. Now, aside from those messages, what is Temperance doing? Doing a little alchemy, right? That's what Archangel Michael is doing. He's not really doing much. Now, this is a card where spirit could tell you to slow something down, have a little bit of patience, or just let something be. Let it evolve how it needs to evolve. It's like, all right, well, you don't really need to do much. Just watch it and see how it moves going further. I do also say with Temperance, since he is doing alchemy, that this card can represent energy building up underneath the surface. So where it's like, all right, calm and serene on the surface, there's something building up underneath. So definitely need to clarify all this. But when it comes to the issue with Temperance, or the challenge, very similar to the King of Pentacles. It could be a stuck energy. It could be a stubborn energy. It could be something that either takes a long time to solve, or it's just there and it's not going nowhere, right? Same could be said with this Four of Swords. Okay, now this does link similarly to what we had in the very beginning, where she was like sleeping, daydreaming. The Four of Swords can be about taking a rest, taking a break, pausing something. So there could be various things where spirit's like, all right, well, maybe take the foot off the gas a little bit, or just stop giving too much energy to something. For a portion of you, you might need some rest and relaxation to recharge the batteries. This is a very healing card. Same could be said with Temperance. So it's like Temperance, Four of Swords, very healing. So you take that for whatever situations you're dealing with. That could be a good thing. Four of Swords also connects to sleep and rest, meditation, altered states of consciousness. Very, very spiritual energy here. But once again, as you can see with the challenge, just like the former two, this card can represent problems, delays, situations that seem to be dragging and dragging and dragging. So if we're looking for changeable, malleable energy, we really need to see what's in the undercurrent, because all these energies do fit a theme. So for some of you, this energy could be chill. There might be something where Spirit's saying, you know what, Cancer, you're going to be all right. Don't stress it. Relax. Like that could easily be a message for a lot of you. But it could also be frustrating. So I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Cancer friends. Let's see what's happening. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the King of Pentacles. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to get to Cancer, could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right. Why is the King of Pentacles here? What's going on with him? What is going on with that king? Please. Thank you. Whoa. Okay. That's good. So the King of Pentacles is clarified by the Sun. That's the best card in the whole entire deck. So the first thing I think initially is like, you got something really great income. You have like a win or a victory. For a lot of you, this could be career, money, finance based. Could be a great time for financial investment for a good chunk of you. So keep that in mind. We're going to look at this in a few different ways. But another general energy, aside from something really great coming your way, especially with the Sun, it's universal, it's tapped into source energy, it's optimistic, it's hopeful. There could be something that really swings your way. So just keep that in mind. Even if you're going through something really difficult right now, King of Pentacles, Sun, it's like, you're going to be happy that you did, or you're going to be happy that you went through this. I mean, which might sound odd depending on what you're going through. Now, the Sun does speak about having clarity. And when I see this Knight of Pentacles with the Sun, it's like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm happy. I'm cool where things are at. So whether this is going to be you reaching that place in that state where it's like, yeah, I feel pretty comfortable. I'm feeling okay right now. There's a lot of optimism here, which I really do like. Now, I am starting to see a lot more fire showing up, right? We do have Temperance. We have the Sun, which is Leo energy. So there's a lot of fire starting to show. So similar to what I said, it's like, all right, there's energy building up underneath the surface. So even if things haven't reached this point quite yet, it's like, oh, the energy's building, so something good could be coming. So I really love that this showed up for you. Really fantastic, especially under the King of Pentacles. I'm not going to pull a challenge out of it. To me, it just feels like something great coming in, and we're going to take the message. So let's keep moving over. Let's go in on Temperance, see what that card has for us. So we'll get the Sun chilling right there. So why is Temperance here? What's going on underneath the surface? What do we got here for my Cancerians, please? Thank you. 10 Pentacles, even better. Something paying off for you in a big way. I feel like this is something I saw for you a couple weeks ago. The 10 Pentacles is a heavy hitter. It's right up there with the Sun. It's one of the best cards in the whole entire deck. So it's like now we're getting a lot of really fantastic energy showing up here. Now, similar to the top row, the 10 Pentacles isn't a fast mover. Usually it's something that might take a little time, but it is very solid, very stable, very secure. And to me, when I see the 10 of Pentacles, I think of a level up of some kind where something either expands, it grows. It's like Jupiter type of energy to me. So when I see Temperance with the 10 of Pentacles, it's like, oh, listen, no, it's coming. You may have doubted this initially, but listen, you got some big things coming in. I really do like this. Now, a portion of you, this could connect to family situations, home situations, but I'm picking up expansion. So I'm loving energy. Even if we have like the 10 of Swords coming up next, that doesn't really change from the optimism I'm feeling here for your reading this week. So we have very claimable energy for you. And it doesn't matter exactly what you're going through right now, because Spirit's just saying we have a nice wave of beautiful energy coming in. So allow the universe to send it to you. Allow the universe to deliver it to you, because this is massive energy of things expanding. So I really love it. We're just going to put it down right there. We're going to keep going. I feel like we don't need to overcomplicate it. So let's go in on the Four of Swords. Yeah, that makes sense with what I saw for you a couple weeks ago. It's still showing up here. So I feel for some of you, you're going to turn a corner soon in a positive direction. Let's go in on that Four of Swords. Let's see why it's here. Yeah, because it's like waiting. But I think it's going to be worth the wait. Thank you. Okay, so patience is the name of the game with something as well. So we do have the Hanged Man here on the back end. Yeah, this could deal with a few different zodiac signs. Some people give it to Pisces. Some people give it to Scorpio. Some people to Virgo. But when I see the Hanged Man, it's very analytical. It's watching. It's taking its time. So I would say the only drawback to some of the energy we're seeing this week is that there's not a lot of surface movement, if that makes sense. So even if there's like stuff going on around you, it's like, all right, well, my situation might still seem very similar. Not seeing much shift, not seeing much change right now. The Hanged Man is extremely analytical. It's watching, it's planning. So when I see it underneath the Four of Swords, like we said here in the very beginning, this could be Spirit telling you, like, listen, Cancer, plan accordingly, or plan for the future. Look into the future. Don't look at your current situation. Your current situation is not your final destination. I don't know, that's a message that's coming through for you. So I feel like it's good. And I know Cancers could be going through a whole variety of different things. You could be going through work things, relationship things. It could be life in general. I just know that the energy I'm seeing here, it's serene, it's calm, it's chill. So if you are wound tight, if you are stressed or whatever it might be, Spirit could be really reinforcing this energy to you, saying, like, listen, just chill. It's going to be okay. I really like it. The Hanged Man can also be observing things. So when I see it underneath the Four of Swords, yeah, I mean, you might really need to fine tone your manifestations and your goals. So Spirit could be telling you, like, listen, you really need to think about what you want. You need to really make it come to life in your mind and your brain. But there could also be something that you really need to keep a close eye on as well. So even though there's really great energy coming in, when I see the Four of Swords with the Hanged Man, it's like, all right, well, don't do anything yet. Don't make any hasty moves. Don't make any big switches or decisions at the moment. Just observe. There could be something where you just need to watch and observe. So let's go through and do a quick recap. I love your reading this week. I feel like the overall energy is really nice. It's not hectic. And listen, life is never always hectic. So if things have been wild for you, I think things are going to calm down. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we're starting here with the King of Pentacles and the Sun. Really great alignment. Beautiful. It feels like I'm chilling. It feels like I'm happy. I'm content. So that could be a great energy that's coming in for you. Again, great energy towards career, money, investments, finances, like things expanding. And we even get more of that to the center. We have Temperance with the 10 of Pentacles in the upright, massive wins and victories coming in, expansive level up type of energy. So this front end is just absolutely chef's kiss. It's really great and claimable stuff. Moving to the back end, we have the Four of Swords with the Hanged Man. Not really moving, but I think at this point, movement might not be necessary. Spirit might want you to plan for the future, plan for not your current situation, but your final destination. And I feel like this is really nice. And right now, movement and action might not be necessary. You need to watch something or analyze it a little further. So yeah, please take a screenshot of that. Lovely reading for you this week. Let's see what's in the shadows. So I like it. I feel like it's nice. So just see what shadow card we get for you. And I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel and have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. What do we got? What do we got? Thank you. Okay, 7 of Swords. Maybe that is why you need that, like, wait and see, watch and see type of energy. Now, I will say this. The 7 of Swords is a very common card to get in the shadows because it's an energy that exists in the shadows. I will say, yeah, this could be a warning from Spirit saying, like, oh, there's something you're not quite seeing. There could be a piece to the puzzle that you haven't found, or there could be a piece of information that hasn't surfaced yet when this card is here. Now, in the worst case scenario, if there is any individuals you're connected to where you have a little bit of trust issues with them, or you're just very skeptical, Spirit could be telling you, yeah, keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on it with the 7 of Swords because it can be a little bit sneaky sometimes. But the main vibe I'm picking up here, especially with all the energies we saw in the reading this week, is that, all right, the final piece to the puzzle hasn't made itself known yet, but it will. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled for it. And that can fit with whatever area of life is most important to you right now. So just be cautious, and we're going to leave it at that, Cancer. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. February subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out the availability and my digital calendar on my website, mastermetaphysics.com, so we could get a little forecast for the next few weeks for you. But for the February subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments if you could snap your fingers right now and wish for something, what would it be? It could be anything except more wishes. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll talk to you soon.